Hey, what's up everybody, Redline here, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, we finished Dragon Roost Cavern, helped Valoo, and got ourselves Din's Pearl. And in this episode, we have a new objective on our map, down south here. But instead of going to that, we're going to check out Dragon Roost Island a little bit more, since we just finished an island and things are clearly different. There's no swirling cloud of death above us. I don't know why we went up here when the shortcut is available. But, yeah. Okay. Come on. If we... Actually... Okay, I'm not gonna go up there just yet, actually. Anyone remember this thing? Yeah, let's go actually do something with that for the first time. If we... Oh, if I stop stabbing things. Okay. So here's this wind shrine that everybody was mentioning to us before that we never really did anything with. We look at this. We learned Wind's Requiem. Yep, that's a mighty nice breeze. The name's Zephos. I'm the god of winds. So, you're the new Wind Waker, are you? Great, great. For a beginner, you've got a nice wind sense about you. I like you, kid. That tune you just picked up, well, it gives you control over the direction the wind blows. Depending on how it's used, wind can be a good thing or a very bad thing. You want an example of being a bad thing, then you should see my brother. It saddens me to say that my brother TLoZ is miffed about this monument here being broken, and now he spends his time creating cyclones to torment people with. So if you encounter any cyclones at sea, chastise my brother for me, will you? And that is my request for you. Interesting. Anyway, yes, we have our first song for the Wind Waker. I almost said Ocarina. No, it's not the Ocarina, it's the Wind Waker. Wind's Requiem. Oh. Hold on. Okay, let's try this. Wait, what is it? Right. This will allow us to, after it does the whole cutscene thing, this allows us to change the direction the wind blows. Bad example, I just changed it to the exact same direction that it was originally pointing in, but you get the idea. It will allow us to, kind of point the direction of the wind to where we need it to go. It'll let us sail in all directions now, as opposed to before, where we had to sail east because that's where the wind was blowing. Anyway, I'm gonna head back up to the main area of Dragon Roost. Just hop up here. And okay, I could have sworn there was something about something. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so we make our way up here, and we see this guy. Hey man, I'm the new part-timer. Green clothes and a green hat? Pardon me for asking, but you're Link, aren't you? Yes, I am. Aha, I knew it. You're a legend among the part-timers here. I really admire you, man. Just once, I'd love to see the legendary 25-letter sword. Do your best, man. We gotta do this again. Oh boy, that was close. I'm so impressed, seriously, man. I've got to tell my mom back home all about this. I've got a favor to ask of you, man. I'm still new here, so I'm not allowed to leave. So, would you mind putting this letter to my mom in the post box for me? Thanks a lot, man. And we're a delivery boy once again. It's so sad you could almost cry. That is very sad. I guess I could just throw it in here with the other letters, but I just can't bring myself to do it. It's against the rules, man. So we have one task of this guy. He's the part-timer that the old mailman had mentioned before. Actually, it's a detail I forgot to show off, but if you were to go outside of Dragon Roost, you know what I mean. If you were to go outside of the interior of Dragon Roost Island, he would be kind of hanging out around this area. It's between, I think, getting to 25 letters the first time and What am I trying to say? I did it those 3 times, and then, but he will make his way up there after you finish Dragon Roost Cavern. Anyway, we have Wind's Requiem. We did that thing on... Oh, wait. We didn't actually do it. I'm stupid. Ka-chunk power. This postbox is near Dragon Roost Island. Postage only 5 rupees. Do you wish to send this now? Sure. Your parcel has been hereby accepted for delivery. Thank you for using the Island Postal Service. We appreciate your business. How this wooden mailbox talks, I have no idea, but we've successfully mailed the letter, and we will worry about what that means in a little bit later. Anyway, it would seem that Ganon sent those monsters to this place, but that would mean there's no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl sleeps. We sail to the south. I struggled through that sentence real hard. Yes, but Link, get in the boat. Get in the boat, Link. Link, please. Oh boy. Why can't I get in the boat?
Hey.
Oh, right. I have to make the wind blow south first. Couldn't have done that in the boat. Hold on. Okay. There we go. That's an example of how that actually works. So yeah, so now that the wind is blowing south, we can actually set sail to the south. And off we go. Yay. Yep, okay, so we're now headed south and this happens. Hoy, hold it right there, small fry. I don't know where you got your mitts on that sea chart you got there, but it looks to me it's pretty much got nothing but seas drawn on it. It's pathetic. In fact, it's almost an insult to call that thing a sea chart, if you ask me. What's the matter, small fry? I'm just trying to be nice here. I'm telling you that you've got a problem, and you do. Don't give me that stupefied look. It makes you look like you ought to be in diapers. Just listen, okay? I'm here to teach you what I know about this island, so open up your sea chart and make it snappy. There's a real peculiar cave toward the backside of this here Dragon Roost Island. Yeah, real peculiar, but I doubt you'll ever get in there to see it, small fry, unless you manage to sprout wings and fly, that is. Because you won't be getting there otherwise. That's all I can teach you, small fry. But I will do this for you, since I'm feeling so generous. I'll send word to all my brethren living near the islands of the Great Sea. Good bunch of fish. If you see a fish leaping out of the water when you sail near an island, sail up to it and spread bait out on the water surface. Trust me, this is good advice, Fry. See, the baiting process allows you to get a chart of the island, along with any info that might be of use to you. I highly recommend you make a habit of doing so. See, you're definitely going to need a reliable sea chart to help you search for the things out at sea. I can't emphasize that enough, Fry. You need a well-drawn chart. If you don't get a chart for every island you come across, it'll just be a bigger hassle for you later on. Now, don't say I never did anything for you, Fry. Hoy, you there, you kingly red lion guy. That's it, I've repaid my debt. I'm done. You take care of the rest. Interesting. Well, that talking fish has done something to our map. He has given us access to actually seeing where we are. So, other than these first 3 islands that we've been to, you actually need to talk to these fish and get the bait from them to properly get the location and shape of the map, which isn't entirely necessary, but as you can see how the treasure charts work, they match up to how a map looks. So if I zoom in to that, perfect, and if we look through our charts, we can already see that, yeah, that treasure lines up pretty much exactly with Dragon Roost Island. And now that we have the grappling hook, we can actually use that to search for the treasure. Give me a minute. Okay, so as you can see on our chart here, we are pretty much right next to that yellow X. X, yep, I said that right. And you can hear that weird, like, sparkling noise, so if we press whatever, or if we press that button, yeah. It also works if you have the grappling hook equipped, but you know, whatever. Not important. It pulls out the grappling hook as an arm, and if you press A, silver rupee. All right, perfect. So yeah, so that's what the treasure charts are for. You obtain the sunken treasure from them, and it'll cross them off. And even on the overworld map, you can't see it, but my head is, because Link's head is covering it, but it shows a little red circle on the maps, which is pretty cool. So it'll let you keep track of that, and yeah, so it's really useful for finding all of the treasure. Anyway, we'll just set south towards our next destination, and there are a few things we can do on the way. It's gonna take a little while though, but you know, in the meantime, we'll just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the music. I do wish the sailing was a little bit faster, but yeah, I didn't really get to talk much about the Goma boss fight. Just that like it's really simple, but it's like it's a fun boss fight despite that. Like, I don't know, it's very interesting choice of like calling back to Ocarina of Time, but also not calling back to it. As we can see here, this island is engulfed in flames. We can't really get close to it, or else we'll be in trouble. And here's another one of those fish. So, yep, as you mentioned, we use bait to get their attention. Easiest way to do that, target onto them, press whatever button the bait is equipped to, and toss out in the water. Oi, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island. And start by opening up your sea chart. So yeah, it gives a condensed little thing about that every time, and now we have a map of this island. See that there volcano that's spewing out lava like there's no tomorrow? Yeah, well, they say there's a great treasure hidden inside that thing. Thing is, everyone who's ever tried to get inside has just been blasted away by the great balls of fire that come shooting off the top. If you want to get inside, you gotta go find the islands that's 1 square north and 4 squares west of here. That's where the power to freeze anything is hidden. Or so they say. Maybe it's not true, but it wouldn't hurt to look, Fry. And that's all I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, just throw some more bait. Yep. And that's what they say every time. So yeah, the fish will also give us hints about islands or islands around here. This place is pretty important, but we're not going to worry about it now. We're also not going to worry about that platform for a reason you will see as I get close to it. Yeah, it's going to shoot firing off bombs towards us. We don't really have a method of dealing with that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it just yet. Anyway, let's look where we are on the map. Yep, okay. So our destination is still a little bit of ways. Okay, and time is changing. Ooh, wait. Sparkly thing. Let's get that while I'm sailing. I passed a little bit, which sucks, but... yeah, when you're sailing on the Great Sea, you will see those little glowing circles. They're usually just like little things that aren't too important. Actually, it's probably not even worth getting because I'm full on rupees, but I'll just show it off anyway. It works exactly like the treasure charts, except for it's not going to show up on any treasure chart or anything. It's just kind of out in the water, and they're usually not as good as what you would get from a treasure chart. Yeah, purple rupee. So I'm already full on rupees, so I just wasted it, but it's fine. Rupees have never been an issue for me in this game, other than like when I kept losing at the bomb squids minigame, because then I had to actually like go farm rupees on Windfall Island. But other than that, like rupees are pretty abundant. You can get them almost anywhere. Like literally just sailing around on the Great Sea like this, it just spawns you rupees. Yeah. Here are some of those cyclones. I don't think these are the ones that Zephos was talking about. They're pretty small. I think these ones will just knock us off our boat, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, we do have another treasure chart out over here. Where am I, actually? Okay, yeah, I'm in a good place. And let's see, what does this one correspond to? If we look at our map, we can tell. So we can see that the island's a little bit like triangular shaped. We're a little bit ahead of it. We'll go see if we're right. Easiest way is wait till the sparkling noise that is... Alright, well I say that and then I mess it up. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to the fish first, and then I will obtain the proper... what's it called for it? The map. That way I can see where I am. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Let's see. More bait, please. Oops. I do wish there was some sort of music that played during the Great Sea at night. It gets like very like desolate and less like adventurous feeling. Like at least other Zelda games had some sort of nighttime music going on. Yep, it lines up perfectly with what's on that sea chart. What does he have to say about it? Tell me, Smile Fry, have you ever caught up fairy before? Because from what I've been told, when you've been beaten to a pulp by monsters and such, and you think you finally met your match, if you've got a fairy with you, then you've got nothing to worry about. Don't you wish you had something handy for carrying fairies around with you, Fry? If you want one, go south from here until you see a miserable-looking submarine floating on the sea. Look there. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, yeah. Same thing. I tried to show that off, if you remember. And I failed miserably because I couldn't catch the fairy in a bottle. But that's kind of what he's trying to say. I'm going to slowly make my way over there. Now that I, can't... I don't feel like going through the effort of changing the wind's direction. That's actually one of, like, the big complaints of Wind Waker is just how slow sailing kind of is. Because, like, and it's actually much better in the HD version, but in the original version... It was bad. Like the animation that would play to do the changing of the winds was so much slower. Anyway. Silver Rupee, another waste. Probably should have waited on that, but I'd rather just clear stuff off. I don't mind wasting rupees. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I'd rather just be diligent about getting everything as I see it, as opposed to just, like, coming back for it later most of the time. Honestly, probably would have been smarter to not get that, but I really don't care. You never know. It could be something, like, actually useful. Let's see. It's almost... at our destination, kinda. We're 2 squares away. And there is actually something I want to do while we're on the way there. It did mention, talking to that fish on that last island, he did mention a submarine. 1 square south, and that's exactly where we are now. Over here is this island. You can see there's that boulder sticking out on top, but there's nothing to break it with. So, as you can imagine, we're gonna have to come here, or come back here a little bit later. Instead, I'm gonna talk to the fish first, obviously. I want to do that as much as possible as they, what's it called? As they are available to me. Okay, yep, says the same spiel. And Bomb Island is the name of this place. You ought to come sail these seas on nights when the right half of the moon is missing. It'll give you shivers, Fry. And that's all the info he has. Little bit of a hint that's something that will come up much, much later on. For now, I'm not gonna really pay attention to that. these fish will, like, because, like, you know, they're expected that you find them in whatever order you please, in whatever order you need to come to these islands. So, they really often will tell you something that isn't important at all until much later. We see here, there is a red bokoblin. And showing off that, these bokoblins are actually really good for getting joy pendants from. I recommend you use your grappling hook to get them beforehand, because otherwise you could very easily just kick them into the water and they'll drown. But as you can see here, we find this submarine. So we'll swim on over to it and go inside. And we have even more bokoblins, except for these guys are blue. Get another joy pendant. Look out for the rats, because they will do that, which is annoying. I guess the only time rupees have ever been an issue have been with the rats, but I don't care that much. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take out the enemies in here. Got another joy pendant from you. I'm pretty sure it's like a 100% chance to get a joy pendant from these guys with the grappling hook, at least on the first time, which is really nice because joy pendants are pretty important. Like most of the collectibles are pretty important, but joy pendants are one of the more important ones for the story. Okay. So we defeat him. Can see there's kind of an empty room up there, but we have no way to access it, so really not important. Open up this chest, and we get another empty bottle, which is really nice. This is the first bottle that we get is the only one that's entirely optional. All the other ones are, sorry, backwards. The first one we get is the only one that is required of us. The other ones that you can obtain are completely optional. I recommend getting them all, just because having all those items available to you is a really nice thing to have. Is there a way to get up there? I don't believe there is right now. Yeah, nothing in there. Not worried about it. Let's exit. And this episode is actually running a little bit long, just because I wasted some time with some stuff. So, on the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, we will continue making our way towards our destination to the south. See you guys next time.